where you come from, or what kind of gamer you think you are. Right now, at this exact moment, is absolutely the greatest time in history to love video games. Period. Umbrella Fight.
I'd like to welcome you aboard Umbrella Fight Airways. It's a balmy 74 degrees outside. We'll be landing very shortly. We hope you enjoyed your stay up in the air, but we're about to bring it back down to the ground now. Welcome one and all. This is, of course, the Umbrella Fight Podcast. Oh my goodness. Them synths. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Umbrella Fight Podcast. My name is Nathan, and I love video games. I'm an addict. This is my guy, John, over here. He also is an addict of video games.
Fellow
He
addict.
loves them. Big love for the video games, this guy right here. Well, the Umbrella Fight Podcast. We're here to talk about video games. It's the only video game podcast on the internet. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to look up video game podcasts on the internet. Can't be done. Not possible. This is the only place for it. And yeah, we're really excited to be here. We're excited to have you guys in chat. Thanks for hanging out. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. Wait. I'm sorry. A little housekeeping here. We have to do our collective quench. Hopefully you got something to drink out of nearby. A cup or mug or glass, a tank or chalice or stein, a canteen, jug or flask, a vessel of any kind. Hopefully it's filled with your favorite liquid. I got a silver can of soda today. Raise it up, say it loud, say it proud. Umbrella Fight, our circle tight. We shine together in the night with laughter loud and spirits in sync. Raise up your glass, and now we drink.
We drink.
Crisp.
Dude, just like cold, ice cold water, man.
I mean, there's just no replacement for ice cold water. You know what I mean? It's just
something about it.
It hits.
Something about it, man.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe it's the fact that we need it to survive that makes it so good. Our body just says, yep, this is a thing we can use. Perfect. Well, enough about water and soda water. Let's talk about video games. John, my man, what's on your docket lately? What have you been jamming? Did you accomplish your Overwatch goals?
I did.
Yes, sir.
Me and my brother both got the competitive signature for this season.
You locked in.
So one thing I will say, so like how we got that was pretty cool. So I actually stayed up way too late on a work night.
Haven't we all?
And got it. It was like on it was on like a Sunday night going into a Monday.
Arguably the worst.
Right.
The worst night to stay up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I had done it. I completed it at 1:30 in the morning is when I got it. And
that's late,
victory.
But there are worse times you could have said.
Yeah, I've had rougher moments for sure.
Yeah.
And it's only my brother got it. Oh, go ahead.
That's like it's just like 1 to 2 extra cups of coffee. That's all.
Yeah, man. And that was one of those I had to pull out a gas station on the way out and get me an energy drink. Cause dude, when you wake up and you just don't feel real.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like you're not you. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like I wasn't me like at work. And this was like my third week. No, this was my second week, Nathan. I was like nonverbal for like the first hour and a half of the day. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Just straight nonverbal, dude. But
yeah,
it's funny. Like
when you make a big pivot like that, and you do your thing. Nonverbal is probably the way to go, at least until you get some caffeine in you. You know.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like I was like, man, I was not myself for sure. And it was funny. So the drive ended, like when I completed the drive, there was like 10 hours left. It was like yeah, it was like 9-10 hours because it ended at noon that Monday.
3 days, right?
Yes.
72
So
hours.
like I beat it with
Right?
like 10
Is that
hours to
accurate?
spare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like three or 4 days. I don't remember offhand.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But 10 hours to spare, that's not exactly down to the wire, but
Yes.
it's not nothing.
So my brother though, he got it down to the wire. He completed
Oh,
it with like 40 minutes left. And so the way that it works is like once that timer is up, like the servers close because they're now starting the updates and patching for the next season. So had he, not gotten it right, right before, like that would have been it. Like, sorry, try again next at the end of this season. But he did it, bro. He locked in, and it was funny. He told me that like he actually got on and he played like I think he said 5 games. He lost the first 3 and then
Ooh.
won the last 2, and that's what got him the drive.
Nice. You'll love to
So
see it.
props to him, but it looks so cool, Nathan.
Yo,
Like,
mad props to him for barreling through matches 1 through 3, because on
yeah,
that
that must have
third
been
loss,
tough.
I'd have been like, F this, I don't need the animation, and I don't
Right.
need your headache, video game.
Yeah. Yes, no, literally. So but it looks so cool.
I bet it looks
Like
so
the
badass.
especially since like I have a prestige in it, so it's like there's like, there's
Nice.
like a tune and it's like, bro, the way just like all the purple crackling and like this like rock going around the black hole and like this aura effect. It's just sick. It's just the rule of cool, man. The rule of cool. And yeah, so I did achieve that. The only thing I have not done, so at the start of this new season, obviously everybody's rank resets and they added a new rank, which is cool. But
Like another tier up.
yeah, they added a rank between plat and I think diamond. Yeah, between plat and diamond
Okay.
called emerald.
So somebody somewhere in a room looked at a chart and said, too high a concentration of players on this rank, split it.
Right. Yeah, and I can't lie, the game probably did need another rank. This past season, they've hit a really big boom in players specifically playing competitive.
Really?
Yeah, so they needed to I guess kind of spread that out a little more, spread out the player distribution. And you know
Okay.
what's interesting? This is kind of a side pivot, but Marvel Rivals
Marvel.
specifically has been having a lot of issues when it's come to the competitive multiplayer on the Marvel Rivals side. It's in a poor spot right now as far as gameplay wise.
What kind of poor spot are we talking about?
So I'm not sure like how their player count is right now,
I can
but
tell you. Hang on.
a lot of the discourse on Twitter is about how NetEase, the company that makes Marvel Rivals, they have almost gone way too far onto the side of like wanting to make it like a pro, more like a pro style of multiplayer.
A game for the
That
sweats.
yes, that a casual it's unplayable almost
Marvel
for
by
the
its very
casual player.
nature. Marvel by its very nature in the gaming space, not elsewhere. I want to be clear. This is just the gaming space. Marvel by its nature in the gaming space always feels casual, no matter what. There is no pro Marvel league in my head. I can't picture that.
No, I can't
You know?
either. Like I can't imagine like a Marvel Rivals like pro team. Like I
Yeah.
can't. That doesn't
So
sound right to me.
this sounds like a really backwards ass statement to make, but it is too popular an IP. Meaning it covers a larger swath of people than you would ever imagine. A lot of them are, they play games, but they play specific games. Overwatch is a great example of a really dedicated core group of people, whereas the Marvel Rivals player base, I imagine, is a little more like diversified in their interests, so they might not go as deep into that. They just want to get in, slice some people as Wolverine, and get out.
Yeah, and it's so I
That's what
played.
I imagine from, just the perception and how both of those games feel and what their player bases operate like.
And it's funny because like so Marvel Rivals like has gotten kind of a reputation. I don't know if you've heard
Does it?
like the nickname Gooner Rivals, but if you look at some of the recent skins for the Marvel Rivals, specifically the female characters, you'll see why the it's been given that name.
Okay.
So one thing that's interesting is so I just kind of clotted this up real quick. So at the start of Marvel Rivals' launch,
Oh, okay. Okay. Pause real quick. Do you want to know why that statement that you just made to me is true? It's because it's an Eastern developer, NetEase. That's like between Stellar Blade and Marvel Rivals, like what you're talking about right now. That's why, because it's Eastern developed. They do that. There's a lot of games that I have seen on Steam that do similar types of stuff. High octane action coupled with various outfits of all kinds. And yeah, so that's actually not surprising, but it also is surprising because it's Marvel. You know what I mean? Like, there's a line I would imagine that they don't want to cross, being that they're Disney owned. So I'm curious. I'm curious what Bob Iger thinks of that. You know. Anyway, John, are you there? Oh no, I have a feeling you've been talking for a minute, and it is unfortunately not coming through. All right, a little bit of tech difficulties.
hello.
There's John.
Oh my gosh, no!
You've been talking for so long, I think.
Did you? Okay, was the last
Okay,
thing I said
hold up.
Gooner Rivals? Like, what was the last thing you heard?
Okay, basically that. But I talked about why I thought that was. Hold on, I got to adjust your volume a little bit. Do me a mic check.
Mic check 1 2.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Awesome.
So, did you catch all the stuff that I just said?
Yeah, no, I could hear you the whole thing.
Okay, you were so quiet. I felt a little awkward. I was like, "Am I saying something stupid right now?" You
No,
know what I mean?
I was actually like agreeing with you, and like that was a great point because I did forget that like they are owned by Disney, and they recently had like a skin, this Captain America skin that like it's like a like they're doing a lot of summer skins and stuff right now, but they
Sure.
had a Captain America skin where he's like shirtless, wearing these very tight bathing suit, or I guess
Okay.
swimming shorts, and his bulge is like extremely massive and has like jiggle physics. And it's like
Sick.
somebody over at NetEase took the time, like had to take the time out of like their day to do
To fix up Captain America's jiggle physics.
yes.
Nice. Okay, look, I'm not mad at that, right?
Hey, like you can do that. You can
just make things.
you can
make
just
things
do
however
that.
you want.
You
Yeah.
can just do that. So,
So
one
I
thing
think
I did
I think
want to bring
if
up. Go ahead.
if we're going to be allowed to live in a world where Dead or Alive volleyball exists on the Dreamcast, and they were doing jiggle physics back then, I think I could tolerate some Captain America jiggle physics.
Jizzle.
Yeah. Wow. Don't mix those words up. My God. So
No,
I'm
100%.
not mad at that. And you know what? I actually applaud NetEase for being so like bold with it.
So yes,
That's ballsy to do that in front of Disney. Like, oh, by the way, here's your beloved Captain America.
yeah.
with
Here's
the Speedo.
your guy,
Your dude.
your dude. No, and it's interesting. So like one of the things that's been interesting is how Overwatch has had to compete a little bit with that quality of skin, because one of the things I'll give Marvel Rivals is like the way they do their skins are like they have really good skins, like very good like character effects, cosmetic stuff. Like they do a great
Bro,
job.
look, say what you will about buying those fucking things. That's annoying. But also, I immediately, like, you show me a webpage of like a database of all the skins. I have to browse every single one, and there's gonna be a handful in
Yeah,
there that I'm like, yeah, I have to have that Wolverine
that
skin
would
if I
be
play
cool to
this.
have. Yeah,
Absolutely. There's no like, and I abhor the idea of buying things inside of a game I already bought, but immediately my brain goes my lizard brain kicks in and is like, have to have that.
yeah,
It's
and
wild. So
right,
yeah,
and
that's how you keep your players around is sick ass skins and cosmetics for them to flash around for their friends. Let them flex. It's competition after all, right?
right, and hey, Marvel Rivals is a free game, so it's like it's you can just buy your cosmetics or not buy your cosmetics, and it's like you
Yep.
can just play. So one thing I did want to say that was interesting. I had clocks. I wanted to see the numbers like from launch of like
Oh, real quick before we talk about numbers, you mentioned skins and not needing to buy them. We work with somebody that who plays Rocket League and is phenomenal at it. And you know what he uses? He uses the initial orange starting car. That's all he uses.
just the default orange octane,
Bro rolls with default wheels.
like
Ballsy.
no cosmetics, no cosmetics.
Zero. No cosmetics.
Really?
He's like a machine, dude. It's crazy.
Who is this person? I'll ask you
tell
later.
his
That's
name.
funny.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it off air. But yeah, no, this skins, you can just not buy them. So
You
like,
don't have to.
I am a-okay with Rocket League and how they do their skin stuff. I'm actually a-okay with Call of Duty. Like when they did Warzone. I'm not gonna lie, some of those pink tracer guns where your ammo is pink tracer
Dude,
bullets.
that crap was really cool.
It's freaking sick, right? It's cool. Like
Rule of cool.
Call of Duty used to be cool. Newsflash. Surprise.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I totally derailed. We're talking about numbers, and
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. I was just like off of their peak to now.
Uh-huh.
So like how I'd mentioned that Marvel Rivals is like his like dwindled. They still have a very strong player base.
Dude, they do.
They're down 87% from their peak. Again, they still have a very strong player base, but like that's a huge drop, no?
John, I think it might be more than that right now. So let's run a little calculation, shall we? 107,563 divided by 644,269. Well, maybe not. Yeah, actually, you're ballpark right. At the moment, it's a little inflated right now, actually. But they're sitting at 107K players right now. All-time peak was about a year and a half ago, 645K. So a little over 500,000 people, almost 750,000. Overwatch, on the other hand, I must be looking at something weird though, because Overwatch all-time peak says 165,000. That sounds small, doesn't
see here
it?
too. So hang on, let me read this out here to you. So obviously Rivals is down 87% from peak, but stable. It had
Crazy.
644K at launch. 85K now is a hard fall. Sure.
Mhm.
Overwatch is actually growing. This is just looking at the Steam base. The Steam base is up 15% over the last 30 days. And
I completely forget that freaking people don't even play it on Steam. They play it on Blizzard's client.
Yeah,
or whatever
on
it is.
the
BattleNet.
called BattleNet. Yeah,
BattleNet.
the BattleNet launcher.
But I need some better numbers than what I'm looking at. Then these numbers are trash to me.
But no, it's pretty cool to see that. Like, I don't know. Oh, I remember when Marvel Rivals first came out, I was like, Overwatch is dead. Like it's done.
Yeah.
Like I don't see.
Honestly, by the numbers, like if you're looking at this on a graph and just Steam, Marvel Rivals is more popular and has a stronger player base and has better review scores than Overwatch, top to bottom. Like it's better by every metric. But again, the Steam numbers are basically trash. Like you can't use them if that's such a small slice. And then there's a specific person who plays Overwatch like a sweat. They probably don't even have Steam installed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like Battle.net,
grain
I
of salt.
forget about that launcher, bro. I was so hype when they added like Overwatch to Steam so that
Did
I
you
could
immediately
not
get all the
have to
achievements?
use. Yes, that was that was a lot. That was a lot.
Priority number one.
But yeah, that was pretty cool to have like all my achievements flood in. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I immediately uninstalled the Battle.net client. I was like, I don't need you
wait,
anymore.
You're saying like it did a cloud sync and just like ticked all your boxes immediately that you had
on the Steam side.
That's really funny.
So it was like I installed the game on Steam and it was like just like all of these different things.
I'm not gonna lie, that's super like dope. That's a dopamine rush right there.
No, like I appreciate it. I like having those achievements, dude. Like it's nice getting those like really rare Steam achievements like in games.
Oh, you know what I would love to see?
5% achievements, peak.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let me see. One of my favorite achievements, if we're going to talk about achievements for a minute, I think it's my Hollow Knight achievement. There is a 5th Pantheon. You did play Hollow Knight. You got a little bit of ways into it and then got a little derailed, huh?
That's about it.
Yeah, you got to go back and check it out. Let's see. So there's an achievement that is very sought after. I think it's like the last one. You know, sort of like a platinum trophy. Yeah, Embrace the Void. So there's a 5th like boss rush. That's every single boss right in a row. And you have to do like, so there's a regular version of every boss, and then there's like a souped up version. And you have to do every single boss in the game, starting from 1 to the last one, and a boss that you've never encountered before. So it's like the final challenge of all of Hollow Knight. As far as the achievements are concerned, because you can actually crank up the difficulty even further, but I'm not even going to get into that. Getting that achievement, I had 54 attempts at Pantheon 5. Every attempt is about half an hour, give or take, depending on if I am sucking.
Wow.
You know? So by the time 54 rolls around, you have to kind of resolve yourself to getting it. So I don't know. I'm just reminiscing about actually locking in, and I did like a Ric Flair woo when I got the Embrace the Void achievement. And yeah, dude, seeing them all pop at the same time, but then having the one that's like 1.4 and it shines all gold.
Yes.
Primo.
No, it almost like has me thinking about like just achievements in and of themselves. What an add-on to like games in general. Like, hey, you did this thing, and now everyone knows.
It is both really stupid and totally awesome.
Right, like the trophies in PlayStation, like those are 100%. Pretty sick.
Like those Xbox introducing achievements when they did on like Xbox Gold or whatever what it was back in the day. Genius. Having a game like a score. How good a gamer are you? Don't worry, we'll quantify it.
Dude.
Yes.
I remember, dude, you know what's funny? I remember on Xbox One, I don't know if he still has it to this day, but Stallion 83, he had the highest gamer score in Xbox. I don't know if he still has it, but I remember him having like a
score millionaire.
Yes, this is him. He literally has like the most gamer score out of everybody on Xbox.
He has his own Wikipedia page.
Yes, he does.
He's the first player to reach 1 million points in early 2014. Wow.
He's just grinding.
Oh my God. What a maniac.
No, like I added him as a friend, like on Xbox. And so, like I would just see him like just playing the most obscure games and just like getting achievements upon achievements.
Oh yeah, no, he was
did
hunting for that.
1 million,
So
bro.
1 million, I believe. I'm vaguely recalling that back in the day when achievements were introduced, you were supposed to, as a company, build those in up to 1,000 points distributed across any number of achievements. So logically, if we're going by that rule, he has achievemented in an ideal scenario 1,000 games, all of their achievements. 1,000. And
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
sure
that
he's got
shit's
some in there
crazy.
that he saw the achievement and was like, nah, I'm good. There's actually there's one milsim type game back in the day. This must have been like 2006. I can't even remember what the game was called. I'll have to look it up. But one of the achievements was become #1 player in the world on multiplayer.
Good luck.
They locked that achievement behind becoming #1 in the world. What? That's insane. I think that's a really silly thing to do to your player base.
Yeah, does it like if you were #1 and then you're not #1, do you lose the achievement?
I don't know. I probably not. I don't think you can do that.
That'd be
Well,
crazy.
I know you can unhighlight achievements or whatever, but I don't know that it's like there's a true legitimate way to do it. You can get crafty with your PowerShells and your registries and whatnot, but I don't think
That'd be
there's a legit
nuts.
way to do it. Actually, the Hollow Knight achievement, I'm going to correct myself. The one that I'm super proud of is Steel Heart. Steel Heart is 100%ing the game on Steel Soul mode, which is permadeath.
Ooh,
So I was able
you
to
just have to
100%.
restart.
That's yeah. Once you die, that's it. Back to the beginning with you. Off with your head, fool. It's actually cool. The menu's got 4 slots for games, and you have like a little pendant and some info about where you are in the game, your mass count, a little screenshot, whatever. When you die, it breaks the pendant and it is like burnt out. Like you have to delete that slot and start over. They physically make you delete your game and start over.
Wow.
It is rude.
Oh, I would hate that.
On the flip side, Verho Curse of Faces just introduced a permadeath mode. I did a hardcore run and got cocky and died about, I think it was 3 hours in. Not too bad. That game still feels good to play, but I did get an achievement for beating the very first boss on hardcore mode. They don't do one for like complete the game on hardcore mode. I feel like that's brutal. But having the first boss, who's a significant portion through the game, you encounter quite a bit before you tackle old Ovarius. But it was nice to get a little pop up recognition for that.
Oh, dude, no, achievements like that are insane. Like,
yep. What's your do you have a favorite achievement that you have? Because I got my Hollow Knight one, but I'm sure that there's other ones buried in my inventory somewhere, or maybe one that got away from you. I can tell you, Dark Souls 3 has a couple that have gotten away from me. John, I believe you're quiet again. I could see your exasperation, friend.
Hello?
Yep, there you are.
So I think I'm like leaning too far out, and like am unplugging my mic on accident. So
you too chill, bro.
I'm gonna set this down. But no, I literally, and it was funny because I was like, I couldn't find the hole to like plug it in on the mic, and I was like, dang.
That's a common problem I've heard.
Yeah, so they say.
So they say.
They say.
So
but favorite achievement.
Yeah, favorite achievement.
So I have. Ooh, okay. So one that I have in Overwatch 1. So they used to have these sprays that you could get for particular characters, and you could only get these sprays if you completed these particular achievements on these characters. One of the hardest ones to get, especially on console, was there's a character named Lucio that he's like, he can like wall ride and stuff. He's pretty cool. He's like a music guy, but he has this ability with his gun, his secondary fire, where it's almost like a big boom and it'll actually like knock you off. So
Sweet.
if you're strategic with it, right? Like if an enemy's like, at a wall that's like a ledge, you can just knock people off the map and they just die.
Huh.
So this particular achievement entailed that you not only had to boop 4 people off in one with one use of the ability, which is very hard, but you also had to be wall riding while doing it. This particular
You had to
character,
wall ride boop.
yes, he could like wall ride, and doing that on an Xbox One was very hard. It was very hard.
Yeah,
And
no
so
doubt.
I started playing Lucio purely because I wanted that achievement in Spray, and it took me like a fat minute, but I did eventually get it. That was really, really cool. Like I was really hyped. Honestly, probably like this isn't an impressive achievement, but beating Dark Souls 3 for the first time and then getting that
Oh,
achievement of like Soul of Cinder was, oh, dude, like that did something to me, because how
dude.
Xbox would have like, there were certain achievements that would have like a custom animation for like if they were like rare, like just like the significant of the achievement, like to beat the Soul of Cinder right at the end, and then just to see the like vroom and get that achievement was so peak.
Yeah.
That one was
It,
probably the most where I was like, where I really felt like I had done something. You know what I mean? Because I was like,
100%.
dude, I beat Dark Souls. I was like 14 and I beat Dark Souls 3.
That's
Like that
badass.
was really cool.
So Dark Souls 3, that Bloodborne was my entry into the Dark Soulsian universe, the From Software crew, if you will. And I had the same catharsis when I beat Bloodborne for the first time. But I got it again after I beat it with the like secondary boss that you can unlock later on.
Whoa.
You go in blind and then you finish it and you're like, hell yeah. And then you learn there's another thing you can do. I love that when a game's like, by the way, you didn't finish everything. Hollow Knight does a really good job of giving you a just straight up percentage. Like when you finish the game before you roll the credits, or actually it's just after the credits. There's a little screen that shows you like how long you played, what your percentage of completion was. And so it's a nice little like, yeah, there's more stuff to do, homie, if you like it.
Ooh, that's really awesome. Ooh,
Yeah.
one
Hollow
more that
Knight.
came to mind. Oh, go ahead. No, you tell me the Hollow Knight one.
Oh no, it's just that the minimum percentage is really low. It's 34%. You can finish
Whoa.
that game at the very end of it and complete it, roll credits, with only 34% of the content. And actually, the percentage meter goes up to 112 if you do some extra stuff. And then there's junk beyond that. So the Pantheon that I talked about, that is an achievement, but when you do, I don't think it counts toward the 112%, which is funny. And then there's these little pendants you can activate before you get into the boss rushes, and they'll do various things to hamper your abilities, like limit your life to 5 masks, which is pretty low. It will make your nail do less damage, not allow you to use magic. Like, it's wild. So if you could theoretically lock out all 4 things and do that final P5 as they call it, and there's people that do it, that they're that good. There's the Hollow Knight speedrunning and the like community surrounding playing that game at all, period. They just love their platforming and boss fights. There's something about that game, man. But we were talking about Dark Souls 3. Sorry, I got off on a tangent with the whole Hollow Knight there.
You're good.
Yeah, DS3, baby. It's so good. That last fight, it does the annoying thing of refilling that stupid boss meter.
Dude.
But other than that,
yeah,
it's peak fight.
Peak. One more achievement. This one's near and dear to my heart.
Actually, pause real quick. I have a question for you. On the Soul of Cinder, he does like various weapons, right? That he'll switch to, and move sets. Which is the one that trips you up the most? Because I can tell you what it is for me.
Dude, I'm trying to remember. So I remember him going into his second phase for the first time, and me being like, I don't know what to do. Like I remember, like I remember that viscerally, of like being like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
What
I
is he
don't
about to do?
yeah, like
Crap.
literally. And I don't I honestly like man, I don't remember like exactly which weapons he would use, but I remember like a specific attack where it was like the delay was almost perfect in which like where you thought he was going to hit you was never it. And
Yeah.
even then when you're like surely he'll hit me now, he still does it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. His opening move with the regular like sword is very much that. And he's got a couple of
Yes.
grab attacks that'll just straight up kill you.
Dude, and he'll just like
Yeah. Oh, it's rough. But the long like bow staff thing he uses, when
Mm,
he switches to that, I'm like, I'm in for it. I'm about to get hit somewhere at least twice.
dude.
Magic's not too
Dude.
bad, but damn.
Dude, in
Killer fight.
that arena is
Mm.
just gorgeous.
They
Like
cooked with
the
DS3.
scenery, like even the walk up to his arena is like
Oh,
you just know,
it's so scenic. Like
dude.
it's a vibe, man. It's got end of the world vibes. You know what I mean?
Like this is it, fate of the universe. Like
Will you
this is it,
usurp the
dude.
throne?
Will
Will
you
you
win,
will you win? This is it. This is the last
dude?
thing.
Ah,
Have you played?
Eek.
Did you play either of the DLCs for DS3?
I did,
Dude, that Ring
dude.
City though.
Ah,
The Ring City. Okay, so wait, refresh my memory. The Purple Dragon. Is that a
he was
DLC
in.
boss?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He
that's
is.
that's not Ring City, is it? Or is that no? It has to be because the other one is
Yeah,
the
it is.
Ashes of
The other
the
one is
Ariandel.
Ariandale. And
Yeah.
by the way, in my opinion, that is a very underrated fight.
Which one?
In the oh, I forgot her name. Where you
Oh,
fight her and her dad.
Frida.
Yes, dude, that fight
Dude,
is
three
underrated.
phase
And
fight.
yes, like it's not talked about enough, in my opinion.
No, I 1,000% agree with you. I
Like
think Frida
that
is one
fight
of the
was
coolest
nuts.
fights. Yes, it's
Like
bonkers.
when she starts going when she goes into her second phase and like she has the double scythe and then starts going invisible and it's just
Hell yeah.
like I'm not ashamed to say it that like I beat that fight purely because me and my brother like embered up and like soapstoned our way into that arena, bro, because that was a tough fight.
Yes, it's a
Especially
hard
like
fight for sure.
dude, like, and I love when like third phases are done well,
Oh,
where it's like, okay, is this just a cutscene, or is there
oh my
more?
God, I'm still in control of my
Oh my
character.
god, I'm still there's a health bar, the music's ramping, and it's like I have no Estus. Like it's a whole like,
It's an
I love
ordeal
when
for
it's
sure.
done
That
well.
third
Yeah,
phase. Yeah.
it can be traumatic for sure.
They could have very easily just made her more powerful each batch, but by throwing in her father in the second phase and him just like wrecking shop and being like a bull in a china
Going
shop, knocking
feral.
things, just fucking going nuts.
Yeah.
And then giving you her like whole pastiche she's got going on with like the black fire everywhere.
Yes.
I think it's probably the most badass thing in Dark Souls 3. Very,
Dude, and
very close second to only maybe like Slave Knight Gale's whole thing
oh,
he's got going on. But that's a
he's
whole
so
separate
cool.
conversation.
He's so cool. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, you like meet Frida earlier in the DLC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think that's correct.
And so one of the things that I found interesting about the Dark Souls story is that like
Oh, it has a
people
story?
it does. You
I'm
heard it
kidding,
here
I'm
first.
kidding,
You heard it here
kidding.
first.
Here, we're gonna do a lore drop. Nobody's ever talked about the story of Dark Souls.
Nobody
Shout outs
ever.
to Vati Vidya, by the way. Look him up on
Shout out to
YouTube.
that guy.
Dude, that guy rocks.
Dude,
He'll
like,
break
good
out
on him.
anything in the Dark Souls
Like,
universe.
those are good videos to put on, like if you
Oh.
want to go to sleep, you know what I mean? Just put it on. Like, set a sleep timer on it.
He's
Great
almost like he
video.
talks like this, and he's
Yes.
almost
Yes.
ASMR Dark Souls lore
Yes.
discussions.
Yes.
It's really funny. It's one of my
So
favorite things on the internet.
he's so good at what he does.
Peak.
His Elden Ring ones are interesting too.
Mm.
But no, so everybody, like for the most part, if I'm remembering my lore here correctly, it's been a while since I watched Dark Souls 3 lore videos, but everyone's kind of terrified of you that you come across like in Dark Souls because you being like what you are, like you being that like you being able to be the soul of Cinder, like that's frightening because you can either usher in an age of total and complete darkness or choose not to, depending on if you decided to sit on that throne
Your
or not.
decision.
Right, like you just get to decide.
What
So like
what is you choose, John?
so I think I'm pretty sure I sat on the throne. I'm pretty sure I
Mm.
was like, y'all get
Same.
darkness.
Yeah.
Um, but like so like Frida in her like a lot of the bosses are reacting to like, I can't just let you like I can't leave this up to you kind of thing. So like it was interesting how towards the later half of the game, specifically with Gale and Frida, you met them first, right? And then it was like,
Yeah, because I know
oh,
Gale is in front of that altar when you get to the church,
the
just before
church.
you
Yep.
start, just before you get into the big church area with the where the Deacons of the Deep are, right?
Yep. Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Shout outs to Deacons of the Deep. Oh, shout outs real quick to the Convergence. This is a mod I want to mention specifically for people who love Dark Souls 3 and need more Dark Souls 3, but they need a remix and then peppered other things in the game. The Convergence is like the best, one of the best mods I've ever played on any game ever, period. I think it's so well done. It introduces essentially a class system. Like you have your class system in DS3, but not like this. And you have so many different ways. There's like 27 different starting classes, and you have everything from a guy who hurls rocks, like you start off with the rock hurling spell, all the way up to like a wood kind of not a fairy kind of guy, but like a wood elf sort of creature. Like you can do all kinds of things, and then every boss has sort of like a remix kind of type thing going on. They either add some move set, they fix things like the you know, that giant skeleton, you know, the meme fight basically.
Yeah, the troll fight.
Yeah, the troll fight. They fixed that. You actually fight a really tall, like 9-foot skeleton, and it's terrifying, but it's a great fight. It's a complete rework of that kind of stuff. So the Convergence, I'll say it again, it's free if you got DS3, quick install. It really is that like an easy setup. Like it's got an EXE, double click and go. Love it.
Love that.
Anyway,
Love
sorry.
that.
Keep going about Dark Souls 3. Gush about more of it because I like talking about DS3.
Man, no, it's just peak like, and even that Slave Knight Gale fight, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. When he does his bit, the first two like sections of that fight are fine, but as soon as he starts like shooting those red skulls everywhere and flipping all around,
Yep.
yo, it's fire.
You know, and one fun fact about Slave Knight Gale in particular. So I'm not sure if you've heard of this manga called Berserk, but
Yep.
So Guts, the main character in Berserk, his Miyazaki was a big fan of Guts and Berserk. So he actually based a lot of the way that like Slave Knight Gale moves and attacks off of Guts. So
Okay.
it was really cool like seeing, like I had beat Dark Souls already when I like read Berserk, but I remember seeing like panels of Guts doing things where I was like, whoa, like this is where this attack came from for Slave Knight Gale. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I had a tough time with Slave Knight Gale.
Yeah, he was hard. He was hard.
So one of my favorite things that I've accomplished, I'll toot my horn for just a minute, is I got Dark Souls 3 on, I think it was a PS4 that I was playing it on. and I finished the game. Uh, I beat all the bosses up through new game +7. Let me tell you something, dude. Those fights at new game +7 become razor thin margins for error. Like
Yeah.
you get hit once, don't get hit again. It's especially what's that purple dragon's name? Madeir.
Madeir.
Dark Eater Madeir. That fight is a razor, like you got to do the dance, you know. I know that's a cliche to call Dark Souls fights dances, but I mean, they have one that's called the Dancer. I mean, she's an actual
Literally.
dancer,
Dude. And yeah, and I think I've said this before too, but like um her music, like her, and even the way she attack, like
which
I
one,
think
the
I've said this
Dancer?
before, the dancer, yes, but it's pretty
Yeah,
cool. You can, if you listen to the music, you can like predict certain attacks that the bosses are doing because of the time signature that the music is in.
that
And
makes total
but
sense.
the dancer in specifically is actually in 3/4 time, because it's a waltz.
Yep, and she
So
definitely moves that way.
yes, and she, like, because I've had a lot of people, like I've heard them kind of say that the dancer gave them a lot of trouble because she was a lot harder to predict than some of the other bosses, harder to read. And like that, when I like had learned that about the time signatures and stuff, I'm like, okay, well that makes sense why, right? If she's
You're
the
looking at the wrong
one,
thing.
yeah, in that game that has a different, because subconsciously you're listening to the music, right? You just kind of don't know it. So like to have that be different would definitely like throw you off.
Yep, 100%. It's I like when a developer has the cojones to do weird stuff like that with a boss. Um, just anything experimental. Actually, a great shout out for that is actually Undertale. Putting all the weird
Yeah.
things that you can do in that RPG. I'm sure everybody's talked about Undertale a million times, but I think that game is genius. It's so good. And putting all the weird stuff that you can do and just really making it its like own thing. It's very
Yeah.
earthbound, but it still has its own personality. And then that soundtrack is the kicker on Undertale. I think the soundtrack is absolute
Ah,
fire.
mm,
Yep.
great game.
So, yeah, you got your Overwatch thing, just to bring it back full circle. You got your Overwatch thing. Anything else you've been playing?
No, not really. Just been playing some Cyberpunk. Um,
As per usual.
yeah, just great, just a great game. Just love hopping in there. Like I'm really excited for the new season of Cyberpunk Edge Runners anime that's coming out later in the fall,
Yeah, yeah.
because at least following the track record of what they did with the previous anime, when the anime, or with the previous season of the anime, they did a kind of a pretty good sized update to Cyberpunk alongside the release of that. So I hope they do the
Nice.
same thing with this second season. I'm really
Yeah.
excited for that.
It's like a
I
game patch you're talking about that coincides with what they're talking about in the anime.
yes.
That's
Like,
sick.
so that's what I'm excited for. Like they added um with the previous season, like they added an entirely like new mission where you kind of like, as V, you like learn about what David in the anime like did. And like they added certain stuff where like, one thing that was crazy is like even certain spots in the anime, because the Night City in the anime and the Night City in the game is one to one. Like it's just literally the same thing. So like places where some of the characters died at, you can go to in the game and like pick up like their loot that was like left behind. There's even one
Wow.
that's so gnarly where it's the same exact like blood stain from the anime in the game of where this character like leaned over and like died on a wall. So
That's detail, man.
it's like, oh, this is this person's just
Holy
blood.
cow.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like they even went to the point where like they added, like there's a cemetery in Cyberpunk that you can go to, and you see the names of the characters that like passed away in the anime. like one of the surviving characters went and like made like little memorials and stuff for them like in the cemetery. So like
Wow.
it's pretty cool. Like I'm excited for like stuff like that. Um
Yeah,
I hope
most
they do
def.
another update like that.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited
What
for that. Mm.
didn't they was that about the same time they added that driving mode? Didn't they do a driving mode?
Yeah, they did like an auto cruise.
You can just
You can
cruise
like
Night City.
you can just sit back and just let her rip. And it's
I
funny because
wonder
like V has a whole animation where like they'll like lean back, like put their elbow out, like roll their window down, and just take in the city.
that's kind of awesome. How long can you do? Can you just turn it on and leave it be indefinitely?
Yeah, just set a
So you could
destination,
like
it'll go.
set up a PC to do that. You just have that like as background for
Just driving,
your living room.
just driving. But the one thing that can happen, so like because they've added a lot of QOL stuff, like
Okay.
the city definitely feels more alive. Like there'll be random like gang wars happening. So if you drive through a gang war, you may get shot at, and then that'll like
Yeah.
get you, so that it's Night City, right?
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah. What do you
you can't
expect?
yeah, you can't afford to just cruise on like the happy wanderer, right? In Night City.
See,
So
that's
just
why I take a motorcycle. They're so much more
yes,
versatile in
they
getting
are.
around. I freaking love motorcycling around Night City.
Yes, I especially love like the Akira bike that
Yep.
they added, dude. That thing is sick.
Yeah, that's hella awesome.
So sick. Mm-mm.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's been the
To
majority
the
of the
old
games.
cyberpunk. I mean,
Dude,
it seems like you just can't go wrong with that one. It's an evergreen.
no.
That's kind of what I've been doing with Doom lately. I just dropped another video on, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. On the Hellbound Archivist, there's a map called Flower Crown that I think is my favorite map I've ever played on
Mm.
Doom. It's beautiful. It's hard, really hard. The final slaughter fight is chef's kiss. It's so good.
Ah,
The ammo to enemy ratio, as far as the BFG is concerned, is just right. It's so finely tuned. And there's 3 waves, so you get nearly 800 enemies on the battlefield over the 3 different waves. So it's pretty rough, but a lot of fun and very rewarding if you're into the classic Doom space. Fun part about it is when you exit the map, there's a secret exit, so that leads into this really weird map called Sins of the Beef. It's not exactly a joke map, but it's kind of a joke map. It's a little tough in areas, but it's like a haunted meat packing plant. And
whoa.
you've got all these tough little tiny fights that you've got to get through. Like moving floors with crushers, and you have to navigate them while shooting chain gun guys, which is a lot of things to juggle, you know, to avoid getting crushed or whatever. But yeah, so Doom in particular, but also that did we talk about the new Quake episode?
No.
Brother, awesome. I feel like I might have talked about it on the cast, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it again because it's brilliant. If you have Quake, Machine Games, they did Wolfenstein: The New Order and Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. They were hard at work secretly for a long time, and when id Software did their QuakeCon this year, they dropped the news that a brand new Quake episode was being released now. When they were
What does that
talking.
mean, episode?
So episode for this discussion entails 19 brand new maps. And they're not just little maps either. They're big, they're grand, and they look incredible. So like back in the day when you played Quake, you had this like really nice Lovecraftian Gothic feel across various different manifestations through each of the episodes. But there's certain things that they would do back then to when they would construct maps, tropes, if you will. And as time goes on, mappers get better, start doing more creative things, change the old stuff, do their spin on it. And mapping today is completely different than what it was back in 1996. So a modern studio making a classic video game episode and then shadow dropping it during the like 30th anniversary of QuakeCon, and Quake players getting 19 brand new levels for free. I mean, that's
19?
PR. You can't buy PR like that. 19 maps.
Whoa.
So yeah, I've been plugging away at that. And so one thing I want to shout out about Quake in general is difficulty selection. They dump you right into the game when you hit new game, and the opening world is a little hub that you select, easy, normal, and hard. When you go through the hard portal, though, you can stop early and land on this little wooden beam. You can follow a little secret path that leads you to Nightmare, right? It was kind of cool. It's very innovative at the time, selecting your difficulty and being able to discover Nightmare. Like, oh, this is hidden away. It's no joke. It's hard as shit. But the way Dawn of the Machine is what it's called. I think it's a really cool name. The way Dawn of the Machine begins, you have a really nice, deep, low, big synth sound in your ears, and you come across this bridge. If you go straight, it's just the portal right there. Like there's no trouble at all. Normal has a set of stairs. So if you just go up the stairs, that's where the normal. Hard, on the other hand, on the bridge has these big giant chains that you can hop on and climb. They're huge. You have to climb up one of those and make this semi-difficult jump to this platform on the right-hand side of it and pick up a key. Then you got to go back down and do it on the other side to use the key on a secret door. And that's where they hide the hard skill level. So before you've even selected your difficulty, they're like testing you. Are you good enough for hard? Are you sure you want to do this? Because it's also no joke. Nightmare obviously is Nightmare, but hard is still, it's not a joke. Like they're out to kill you. And on top of that, they introduce a mechanic in which you are at a handicap when you start with your health and your ammo, max ammo. So like you can only hold 50 shells to begin with. You can only have 60 hit points instead of the full 100. And you'll collect little artifacts like backpacks and severed heads or whatever. And that'll increase your ceiling on any of those given numbers. So it's got some spins on it. It's got creative level design. They're big too. Like they spent time with these things, making them as close to perfect as they could for what they were going for. And I mean, if you have Quake in your library, you already have it. So I think it's one of the best things, like gestures of goodwill, that two game companies came together to make happen for their players. Their players had to do nothing. They got just free content 30 years later. No problem.
They didn't have to do anything.
You're welcome. Shout outs to id Software.
That's pretty cool. I can't lie. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been digging into that. What else? I discovered a funny game that I think I'm going to play on Friday with a buddy of mine. It's called One Armed Robber. You're welcome to join, John, if you want.
Whoa.
It's free. And it is a ripoff of Payday 2, and it looks like Schedule 1. So clown masks and all. And when I was watching the trailer, I was like looking at some of the example, missions that they were doing. They're straight up Payday 2. It's the same bank, man. So I'm curious. I just want to play it. It kind of plays janky a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to be goofing off. I'll be playing with my brother-in-law. I call him Jonas, but his real name's Jared. It's a thing. So if I refer to Jonas, that's who that is. Anyway, so One Armed Robber just looks so cheeky that I can't help but I'm going to try it. Because what if it's fun,
Yeah.
And then, of course, a little bit of Clover Pit here and there. I'm trying to max out all of my cards. And the slot machine, it's addictive, man. It's so fun to pull the lever and make number go up. I just need number to get big. That's all I'm asking for. That's I think one of my favorite spins on Number Get Big is the Vampire Survivors type game. That's one of my favorite Number Get Big type of generators. Seeing all the weapons going all at the same time, just literally making a mockery of your monitor in all of the things that are happening on it. It's so satisfying, man. Just breaking it. I love breaking games.
Bending them to your will. Yeah,
Yes.
man.
One of the most rewarding ways I think you can bend a game to your will is I think it's Oblivion, the Oblivion item clone, where you drop X number of things and like you could do cheese wheels and it'll just shoot out 250 cheese wheels from your character's chest, just like, and they're everywhere. So you should definitely, if you've ever seen the Oblivion item clone, you should look it up. It's really funny.
What? You can just spawn a bunch of cheese wheels?
Basically, so you do some trickery with like what you have in your inventory and what you drop, and like pulling up menus and doing things in a specific order at specific times on specific frames. I'm sure there's a way to like break it down on what you look for and stuff. There's probably tutorial videos out there, but man, the last one I saw was like wine bottles. They just shot out wine bottles. There was like thousands of wine bottles everywhere, just filling up this person's house, and the NPCs just like wading through them, trying to complete their little pre-programmed routine that they have in the house. It's good stuff, man.
Wow, that is nuts.
What do you think about the Elder Scrolls 6? What do you think? Where do you think how is your disposition as of today?
Dude, like, so okay, I've played Skyrim and I had a blast. Like, Skyrim is one peak game, great gaming experience. And okay, what sucks is that like there's people that have been waiting for ESO 6 for decades. Right? I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. So, you know, take that into consideration with my answer to that question. It's just, I don't know. I have very little confidence in new games. I don't have a lot of like, I can't remember. Like, the last new game I bought was Battlefield 6 because it's Battlefield. But as far as like a story game, right? Like a game that like this is a solo player. You're just playing the story. Yeah, this is just a solo adventure game. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought a game like that brand new, because it seems almost like a gamble, and like I don't like the odds of a $60, possibly $70 gamble. And then I just don't want to play it.
Such an ask on anything, let alone something you have to commit 30 hours to.
Yeah, like
it better be good, man.
Is a lot of money.
Yeah,
$70, like
it's the time commitment too.
Right, right.
You're also asking me to sacrifice precious free time that I could be podcasting with the two greatest podcasters in the world.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
or playing another
tall
game.
Order. Or any one of the other 8,000 that have come out this year.
Any other game, right? And it's,
oh man, think about that. What a landscape to compete on, you know?
Right. Like it's so much harder because it's like, okay, you want me to pay $70 and then also give you, let's be nice. Let's say minimum of 20 hours, right? When I could not purchase that, not make that purchase,
save the money
and just keep playing what I am currently enjoying playing.
Yeah.
So it's
you have to offer me something better than my next Overwatch match.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's hard for me to, like, maybe I'd have to, like, I'd have to go replay Skyrim or something. Then, but even then, it's just like I don't think ESO 6 is for John. Like
Possibly.
I just
Possibly.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I don't think I will be there. Like I think that's one of those where I would pick it up on a sale, kind of thing, and
I'm
maybe
with
play
you.
some of it. But like I don't think I'm gonna be there on launch.
So me neither for ESO. I think, John, I might be enough of a sucker to buy the Fallout crap that they peddle to us.
See,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, right? Like I'm the same way. I am more of like I could see myself there for on launch day of Fallout New Vegas remaster.
Fallout 3 remaster. Let's go.
I see myself there in chair,
Both times.
like I see myself there for both of those on launch.
Those are like hey,
I'm
I'm
giddy.
restreaming this whole game. I'm going to play it top to bottom again
Yes.
because it's an excuse to play Fallout 3 because Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are masterpieces.
Like I'm giddy thinking about
Yes.
wandering through the wasteland,
I'm
and
verklempt.
like I'm giddy thinking about that.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, but I'm not for ESO 6. It's just it wasn't mine. Right?
So
Like,
do you think
I had more fun playing Fallout 4 than I had fun playing Skyrim. And that's just me. Like, so for some people, it's the opposite.
Some people that's fighting words, dude.
I don't know why Fallout 4 is really peak.
Dude, I really like Fallout 4. I think so the main campaign story is a little goofy, but it's Fallout, so I kind of give them a pass because it's retro. It's retro future. And by the way, the points at which you're going inside, spoiler alert, that guy's brain with like your virtual mind thing or whatever. Come on.
Yeah.
Suspend your disbelief. Those scenes look awesome. They're cool. So dude, yeah, I'm a Fallout 4 apologist.
But yeah, like and I will say like Skyrim, I really enjoyed like the atmosphere of walking through and randomly getting robbed, and Khajiit has wares. If you
stop right there, criminal scum.
Yes, like Skyrim was also very fun, but I see myself leaning more towards Fallout. And some people are the opposite. Some people they liked Skyrim much more than they liked Fallout, and you can do that.
There's very much a like, which one do you like? Do you like space guns or do you like magic staffs? Which pick your flavor. They're very I know that I'm gonna get flack for saying this, but they're effectively the same game. They run on the same engine. They have the same items that you types that you pick up. You sort things. You collect way too much shit. You throw teddy bears on a bed, or you throw.
You're walking around. You're doing stuff like I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But one thing,
and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's great that there's an iteration for both fantasy nuts and sci-fi geeks.
It's like red pill, blue pill. Which one you want?
Yeah, just take your pick. It's fine.
I am excited for those like hardcore ESO 6 fans because dude, they've been waiting for a very long time. And
they deserve this.
I think I will say I am more I'm more encouraged in it going to be a good game by the way that Asha has been throughout this whole kind of process of taking over Xbox. Her actually, looking at it and being like, we have these studios, major studios that haven't done anything. Do something today.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw that she actually played what they have so far, or if they have the full game.
Okay, I want to ask you about that.
Was interesting.
I want to ask you about that. One, first, I think Devin and you weren't with us last week, were you?
No.
Oh, okay. So Devin and I were talking about Asha visiting Bethesda Studios and how she was greeted with a giant inflatable rat.
The rat.
Yes.
Yes.
So Also, the second question, I'll get your feedback on the rat in a minute, but while we're on this subject, do you think Asha is full of shit? That is the question.
Mm, right. There's always that chance, right? There's always that chance. Like you'd be naive to think to not consider that. Um,
She's so it was so corpo speak is why I ask. You know what I mean? The way she phrased it was like,
sure.
Chat GPT, write that tweet for me.
I mean, sure, but she's not a gamer, right? She is a corpo, like through and through. So
Yeah.
that doesn't really surprise me. Like if it was Gabe Newell, then yeah, like that communication would look completely different. But um, she is a corpo, so
Nothing you can do about it.
yeah, nothing you can do about that. I don't really mind that too much. I mean, I do that on a daily basis too, so I'm not gonna hate.
That's
As far as her being full of it, the thing is that all right. Let me answer your question with a question. Do you think that we would be talking about ESO 6 right now if it wasn't for Asha?
oh, that is not the question I expected you to ask. No, I don't think we would. I truly don't. For all of the negative things that have been happening around it, things are happening. And it is unfortunate, a lot of the collateral damage that we've had to see, and I feel bad for the folks that have been displaced in all the companies. It's good to see something happening somewhere somehow.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I don't think we would be talking about old ESO 6. So
or Todd Coward.
that's it's too easy, the name.
It really is. It's just one.
So
letter.
my answer to that question actually would probably be something along the lines of, it doesn't matter whether she's full of shit or not. She's talking about it to make us talk about it. And you know what, John? What are we talking about right now?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Exactly.
Yeah.
She got us. She got us.
She did.
That's what that message did.
She got all of gaming, not just us. She got everybody.
Because it doesn't matter whether you're in the camp of, oh, she played it, it's definitely a thing, and your hopium is through the roof, or you're on the camp of like, nah, she's full of shit, I don't buy it, I'll play it when I see it. Or you could be in the middle that's just like, I don't really care, that's exciting, and you just accept it with as big a grain of salt as you're willing to take. It doesn't matter, because we're still talking about it.
We're still talking about it.
The discourse is happening, friend.
Yeah. And like a fair point you can make is she's not a gamer. So it's like, does Asha know what a good game is from playing it? Right. I think that's a very fair point to make.
I think that answer is not a hard no. I think her opinion is just as valid as any other playtester of any skill.
Yeah.
So if you
want a wide range of playtesters, ideally,
you want to know if Asha genuinely thought ESO 6's build right now was acceptable enough to say it's awesome, and there is no lying of any kind going on in that statement.
Right.
Great. That means that a normal person who's not a video game nerd can pick up ESO 6 and go, oh, this is great. I like this.
Right. And yeah, and
good feedback.
She hasn't given me a reason to question her telling the truth.
I think that's a better way to look at it.
That remains to be seen. Next thing you know, if this thing gets like delayed, then it's like, oh, that's interesting. But I haven't been given a reason to not trust her communication to the general public.
Yep, that's a fair statement.
That's kind of where I'm at with that.
Until I get lied to blatantly and know it, I think I'll just ride the Asha wave for a little while.
Right. And I mean, and a lot of great things happening. So one thing that's funny, just while we're talking about Xbox, So the Halo remake, obviously, that my buddy Caleb was telling me. So one of the things they added like three missions that
They
weren't a
added
part
to.
of the
You're not
original.
supposed to add to the Bible,
Right.
John.
So this is the thing. If I'm remembering correctly, these three missions are a retcon, not a I don't want to say retcon, but okay, I'll just explain it this way. Forget I said retcon. So in
Okay.
Halo 4, which is when Halo started sucking, in my opinion,
Yes.
elites look different, and it just kind of happened. And the what was established from the very first Halo of how the elites looked like was changed in Halo 4. So in this Halo remake, they added 3 missions in which there is now an additional prophet that has been doing stuff with genetic mutation and experimentation on elites, and you're tasked to go kill him, except you don't succeed. And then these group of elites that this particular prophet experimented on look different because they have been experimented on, like how they look like in Halo 4.
I guess I could buy that.
So they just like retconned to make the Halo 4 elites looking the way they did make more sense.
Look, if ever there was anything that was labeled like completely needless, this is it.
Yeah, that's what, like, really? Like,
I'm gonna say this nice and clear. I don't care about that.
yes.
That's not what I care about as a Halo player, especially coming back to the campaign. Like the advertisement was
Halo,
like,
man.
this is John Halo's story. Hell yes, sign me up. I'm gonna play through that sucker again. What the hell is this mission?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the sanctity of Halo was fine. You don't need to add to it. That's my take on that.
They also added a girl boss that like is like is what was the term used?
Insufferable.
Yeah, and also like disrespectful and flapping her gums at Chief. And it's
Not
like
always.
this is the most decorated soldier in the entire UNSC. And
It's John Halo, for God's sake.
It's the guy.
It's the literal guy. And you're gonna mouth off to the guy?
Right. And it even happened in Halo, I think it was Halo 5. In Halo 5, there's this dude, I don't even remember her name. She's so insignificant. But like she does the same thing where like she tries to like I don't know what she was thinking, but like she tries to like ego Master Chief, and then like thankfully she ends up kind of eating her words later in the story. But like I remember that happening and being like, nah, man, like just hate her. You know, like it was just like what are we doing, dude?
Yeah, that's obnoxious to do that.
Yeah.
There's no need for that. You know, like you can have character dynamics that aren't that. Because it's no fun to even listen to. Even if the comeuppance happens later, I don't really care. I don't want to listen to that nonsense. Hush, we're on a mission. Let me know you're sick. You know,
I got things to do, bro.
Yeah, watch my 6. Holy shit. Fucking calm down.
Shut up.
Yeah, so there is unfortunately too much of that. And actually, John, I want to talk about Wolverine.
The game?
Yeah. It's getting some flack.
It is.
About being too easy. And then on top of that, there's a sequence in which Wolverine is rescued moments from death in like a sort of Deus Ex Machina sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, Mystique was hiding there the whole time. Ha, gotcha. He wasn't going to die. But I really don't like that trope. They saved at the last minute. Unless there is a reason you are being saved last minute. When you draw a storyline from these two things happened in the early part of the story. So late in the game, they come back and save the character because they had already kicked it off through their natural events or whatever. I can buy that, but you can't just come out of nowhere. Maybe there's some story thread to it. So hopefully I'm going to cross my fingers that they were smart enough to write why that would be occurring.
Mhm.
But there's something about Wolverine that I just want him to like always get out of whatever situation he's in. If he gets in a bind or gets beat the shit beat out of him, he still comes back stronger than ever because he's fucking Wolverine, man.
He's Wolverine. Healing factor.
Through the roof.
Mm.
So I don't know. The ease of the game is my real problem. You know, poor writing, I'm kind of used to that. But the ease of the game, I would like it to be as hard as Batman.
Really?
Is that a tall order, you think? Because the Batman Arkham games, Asylum and City
it's
and
Insomniac,
Origins,
right? And Insomniac's the studio for Wolverine.
Yes, that is correct. What else did Insomniac do? Didn't they do Sucker Punch?
So they also did Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I played Miles Morales.
Okay.
I had a fantastic time playing that game. I really liked the story. The story made me tear up a little bit. At the end, I can't lie.
Okay. Ratchet and Clank. Duh.
Yes.
Ratchet and Clank is the game that I'm thinking of that they are responsible for most.
So this is the thing when it comes for me, and again, this is just me, you know, when it comes to difficulty, that's never bothered me all that much. Like I think it's cool to have the option of like if I want to make this game a living hell, I can. But like Spider-Man Miles Morales wasn't a hard game.
Yeah.
But it was still a fun game.
Sure.
And with Wolverine, to me, right, with it just being Wolverine, I just want a fun game. And this is the thing that makes me mad. It's freaking Wolverine. You have a backlog of like, I don't know, more than 40, 50 years of comics to look through to like throw a story together. You have the entire Marvel multiversal like universe. Like, how do you miss? Like, there's no shot you make a BS story with everything that you have available to you. That's what I think is more of an egregious sin than to make the game easy. Is if you can't make a story with the amount of volume that you have at your fingertips, what are you doing?
100%.
Like I saw some clips of Wolverine just doing some crazy stuff to people like in the game. Like he can, dude. Like
there was that 7-minute clip that was floating around for a little bit.
Yes. And just crazy combos and the way you could use like your environment, like really cool stuff. I was like, this is pretty sick. So I don't know anything about the story, but surely it's what like you have so much you can do.
John, we live in a world where Frank the Cube is a thing. Never, ever underestimate the ability of game studios to do the wrong thing. I have zero confidence, but I also don't have negative confidence. It's neutral.
Right.
I have no fucks left to give. I hope it's good. You know, I don't want it to be bad, obviously.
Yeah. I do, and I want to play Wolverine. Like I'm hoping I can pick it up on a sale because I don't want to pay $70 for it.
That's too much for the game. That looks like sorry if a lot of work and time and effort went into it. That looks like a $30 game to me.
Maybe 40. I like
potentially. Yeah, 40. I could see 40. That's fair.
I don't want to pay $70 for it though.
No, too much.
Not at all.
Unless you're going to give me as much content as that first Spider-Man game has, which
Yeah,
has
because
a
it's not open
boatload of
world,
content. No, it's
right?
not.
Because
It's linear. It's a
it's
story.
linear, which I'm okay with.
Sure.
I'm kind of open world fatigued, so like I'm okay with it being
Yeah.
linear.
Just hold me by the hand a little bit. Although I do have a small complaint. I'm sure you can turn it off, but they paint. Well, they do the yellow paint thing, John. Except
Mm,
when you're chasing somebody, they just paint a red line that you could follow to make sure that you don't lose them or whatever.
fair enough.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm glad it's not open world. Like Spider-Man makes sense to be open world because it's like
The
he's
traversal.
literally, yeah, like you have to with the Spider-Man
Spider-Man's
game.
moveset like requires an open world because he
Yes.
moves the way he does.
Yes. So I'm glad that they made it linear in that. Like
Mhm.
I'm sure that that was a decision that probably took some time because I mean it changes the basis of how you make the entire game. So
Now, I'm wondering how linear this is going to be. You know, are we talking like, let's say, 6 large scale maps that you have to do different things on, like you have missions to go knock out and
yeah.
then you can leave the map to the next set of missions? Is that, or are we talking like walk here, do this, go here, tap the O button really fast because you're in an electric torture chamber? Shout outs to Metal
Yeah,
Gear.
I'm interested to see what it is, but I am excited that Wolverine is getting a game. The last Wolverine game I played was on my Nintendo DSi, and that was just one of those games that I played so much of it. Um, I'm happy to see like Wolverine get like an IP like that. I don't know.
I
I
agree.
think there's so much you can do with the superhero world in gaming. Like I feel like it's such a how do I say it? Like it's such low hanging fruit that rarely gets picked, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think you're right. And unfortunately, also when it does get picked, it's not often the greatest thing in the world.
Dude, like why are there so many fighting games about like superheroes? That makes me
Oh,
mad.
whoa. Pump the brakes a little bit though, because like in the fighting world, if you like fighting games, Marvel versus Capcom
Yes,
2
like that's iconic. Yes.
is iconic. Okay. I just wanted to shout outs to that. There are a lot of fight, like who's playing Children of the Atom these days? None that
Right.
I know of.
And I'm also like even they have a new one. It's called like Marvel Tokon or something like that.
Yeah, Tokon is
And
the
it's just like,
new hot
bro,
thing.
make a story game. Or like make why are we fighting?
Yeah,
Like
why are we
in
arguing
like
about this at all? We've been
Injustice was
asking.
cool. Injustice was cool. I played
Eh,
Injustice.
yeah,
Injustice was
it's
pretty
fine.
cool. But it's also like I don't know, Injustice the game would be cooler in my opinion.
Yeah, sure. The the fighting game is like the most simplified fighting game I think I've ever seen.
Yes.
No, no, I
It was
take that
really
back.
cool to play though.
I take that back. The most simplified fighting game I've ever seen is called Dive Kick. You ever seen Dive
Mm,
Kick?
no.
Dive Kick is great. You move your character and you either jump and or you do like a dive kick. And that's it. So the characters like
Makes sense.
they're trying and it's very fast paced. So each character is trying to dive kick the other and if you get hit once you're dead. That's it. It's like
Mm,
it's almost like a thumb wrestle in a weird way.
dang.
And so that's the most simplified fighting game I've ever seen is Dive Kick. It's a good little party game that'll occupy at least 30 minutes,
At least 30
if not more.
minutes.
If not more.
But like
Yeah, we
a
need more story games in the
Superman,
Marvel universe. We can
dude.
do that. And if you let the character dictate what kind of game it is, like, you know, whether it's open world, linear, puzzle,
Right.
doesn't really matter. There's a lot you could do with it.
Yeah, like Arkham is perfect for Batman. Like that makes
Those
sense.
Batman games
Like
are
beautiful.
awesome. Yes.
Makes sense for Batman, right? If you did like a Superman, that has to be open world.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Motherfucker flies around.
All
of
of
course.
Metropolis, bro. Like it has to be open world.
They tried the Superman game thing once.
Really?
You remember, have you ever seen the Superman 64?
No.
John, it's legendary
hang
for
on.
how bad
Let
it
me
is.
Let me take a little gander.
You should take a little gander at that. And you guys at home, whenever you have time, pop open your YouTube and search up Superman 64. It's one of the most atrocious video games. Superman
Oh.
unfortunately, as a character, is OP by design, and you can't take away
Yeah.
all of his shit and make him earn it back. That sucks. So
Yeah, because it's Superman.
it's Superman. So like, look at that. That is the basically what we have gotten out of Superman is that game right there.
Yeah, because that's tough.
Mhm.
Because how do you? It's Superman. You know what's one thing you
What
could
do you
do? I
do
was
in
like,
that game to make it entertaining?
I think what you do there is Superman can't be the only playable character. I think that they would have to do something like, for example, in GTA 5, where you switch characters depending on what's going on at the time of the story and what needs to be done pertaining to the story, and you could make like a Justice League open world game where you flip between different members of the Justice League depending on what needs to be done at that certain time or particular pertaining to the story. So like you could be, Superman doing whatever in this particular area, and then you finish that up, and now, the Flash has to go do, this thing over here, and then
Whatever Barry Allen
yeah,
does.
whatever Barry Allen does, then you're, I don't know, you can be like Martian Manhunter off doing something else. Now you're Batman in Gotham. Like it'd have to be something like that. It'd have to be
So
something like
what you're saying is Superman is so powerful that he can't just be the main character. He
no,
has to get diluted by the other ones.
he does, bro, because it's like how else would you do it to where you don't just like,
Kick
chop
everybody's
his
ass all the
character off at
time.
the legs. Yeah.
So maybe what you fight has to be like the largest scale fight ever.
Right.
You
It
know?
has to be something like insane. Like
It's sort of like the principle of don't nerf your weapons, buff everything else.
but exactly, just make everything else stupid. Um
Yeah.
because like
So
I mean, unless you like have some universe where like, oh, Lex Luthor won and like gave Superman kryptonite cancer, and now he's just a normal dude and he's just starts slowly getting his powers back.
the trope of like I'm super powerful. Oops, I lost all my stuff.
Yeah, like it
I'm a
wouldn't work.
little tired of it, and it
Yeah, it
wouldn't work
wouldn't work.
anyway.
It wouldn't work in this case. So
Kryptonite cancer. That's really funny.
yeah, you'd have to do something like
Yeah.
where Superman isn't the only character.
Yeah, and then would it really be a Superman game? It wouldn't.
No,
I
you'd
would
have
argue
to
it'd be
market it like a Justice League game.
Batman v Superman, Batman X Superman. You could make it like anime style, Batman
Yeah.
X Superman. Oh, actually, that's not a bad notion. You could like completely alter the style. We're thinking in the box of Spider-Man's like
That is
level
true.
design. So what if it's something completely different? What if it's a 1995 style belt scroller like on Sega Genesis, like Streets of Rage, where you just beat the shit out of a bunch of bad guys for 8 stages with a boss at the end of each stage?
Boom.
I bet $10 for that if it was competent. Actually, one of my favorite belt scroller type games. Belt scroller. I don't know if I love that term, but I've heard it used. The best one is Streets of Rage 2. Let's just get that out of the way. But one of my favorites was called Comics Zone with an X for comics. Have you ever seen this thing, Comics Zone, on the Sega Genesis, John?
No.
It's something else. You should Google it up. Basically, you are beating up bad guys like what in a Ninja Turtles games you would. And the bad guys, you are in a comic book.
Whoa.
And so you're like hopping from panel to panel. Your
Whoa.
character like interacts with the dividing lines. Like he'll hang from the white line that divides the two panels. And then there's text on the screen and, bang, zip, and pows when you beat up the bad guys and whatnot.
There's even like
That's
a
one of my
hand
favorite
drawing stuff.
Yeah, the hand will show up and draw like new bad guys. So like the story is that your nemesis had this comic book and he got the main character sucked into it and is now like tormenting the main character by keeping him in this comic book. So you beat all of his henchmen up.
That's
good
pretty
stuff, man.
sick. No, that's awesome.
We need a Comics Zone. We don't need a remaster. We just need a sequel. That's all. We need a 30 years in the future sequel to Comics Zone. I am very excited. Speaking of remasters, I just want to gush a little bit more about Fallout, because Fallout 3, like, Fallout 3 changed my perception of video games.
Mm,
It was my first Bethesda game. So, like,
wow.
when you get into that nitty gritty wasteland with that green filter over everything, I hadn't ever seen anything like that before. It was dope. And I probably played like 700, 800 hours of that stupid game on a
Dang.
PlayStation 3. On a PlayStation 3, no less.
Mm.
And I had a blast doing it. I don't think it ever really crashed until I started like introducing the DLCs. They made them a little more unstable. Most of the time, everything worked okay though. And yeah, I'm really, really, really excited that they're coming back to it. But I do have some concerns because one of the fellows that is working on it, I read a quote somewhere that he said, yeah, we're really excited to do Fallout 3 remaster because how the game came out was not what we had intended, meaning the art direction. And that kind of gave me pause, John, because I like the way Fallout 3 looks.
Was he a part of the original dev team?
I have no clue. That's actually a great question.
Yeah, because you could only say something like that if you were.
Yeah. And even then, I don't agree. If that's not how you meant it to come out, that sucks because it's awesome. Fallout 3 looks and feels cool to me.
Yeah, like
even if it's a little
successfully.
Yeah, if you failed successfully, does it have? It's basically Slav jank, you know.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed some of the jank that comes out of a Bethesda game.
You think you'd enjoy it now?
If the game doesn't crash and I don't lose save progress, sure. I think I might.
You know, it's funny because like on surface level, that's a very like low bar of a requirement, but like it's also like in this like
it's still a tall order for Bethesda.
Like you know, you never know, you know.
Oh man, no, you're not wrong.
I just want my game to save and actually save. Thanks.
Yeah. Please and thank you. And also, don't just stop in the middle of what I'm doing so that I have to reload the quick save, which was at the beginning of the tunnel that I entered.
Like
I really can't stand losing minutes of even minutes of progress these days. It's like,
man, dude.
That's how Doom maps can go, dude. Doom maps will do that to you. I played this one. It was called, oh man, I can't remember the name of it, but it was one of those secret maps that's sort of a joke map, but also it's not because it's really hard. It was a gargantuan amount of enemies. I'm talking like 4,000 enemies. They're all just like spawning in different. I'm just shooting the BFG everywhere. It's chaos. I'm doing this for 30 minutes and then I accidentally die. And that 30 minutes is down the toilet and I have to start over. I really hate that. It's a wonder that I actually completed that map. So if you can respect my time, however that looks, I'm down. I'm down to play Fallout 3 again. I'm good with that. And you know what? I wouldn't say no to a better ending fight and story explanation of everything.
Yeah, like I have hope.
So one of my things, it's kind of ironic, the ending of Fallout 3 I don't much care for. Especially if you have Fox with you. Do you recall this?
In Fallout 3? So I actually did not play Fallout 3.
Oh, you're a New Vegas kid.
New Vegas kid.
Fair.
I played New Vegas because when I first got my PC, it was the Steam account that I was given to by a friend had New Vegas. And I was like, ooh, what's this? And that was it.
And your adventures in the desert of killing giant ants began.
Yep.
So I won't really spoil what's going on in Fallout 3, but I'll tell you that there is a significant amount of radiation in a place that is sort of like the end point of the story that will, you know, close everything out and put a bow on things.
Yeah.
And at that point in the story, you should have a super mutant with you. One who is immune to radiation. and they don't. The obvious option is to have your radiation immune party member go do the thing in the high radiation zone and save the world or whatever. But they opted for a self-sacrifice ending for some reason. And I have significant problems with that because it just plain old doesn't make sense. It doesn't make human behavioral sense. I wouldn't do that. You're what? You're immune to radiation? Get your ass in there and do the thing, please. No question. But that's my only real significant problem with it. So maybe they'll get an opportunity to correct that. I'm talking to you, Bethesda. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you.
Talking to you.
Yep. So John, you should definitely, when Fallout 3 remaster hits, maybe wait a minute and see what the feedback is from the fans. I'm curious how they're gonna do.
Hey, what I will say is I will be getting the new Vegas remaster.
Of course.
Like
that. And I'm like that with Fallout 3. I will always play that game where I can play it. I think I've played it on the PlayStation 3, the PS4, the PC, and then I modded the shit out of it for a little while. That was fun. Which I really enjoy. That's one of the things I enjoy most about Bethesda games is that you can go on Nexus mods and find infinity mods to play your Bethesda games even more.
Yeah, like people.
Fallout 4 has so much good content.
People did what Todd Coward wouldn't.
Take matters into your own hands, they said.
Literally.
Yep. Shout outs to all the mod makers out there. You keep our games going because we want to play more. Everything from amazing Doom maps to some of that Cyberpunk shit is wild, friend.
Dude.
Wild. It's like and the other mod scene that I'm really impressed with was the Stardew Valley mod scene. It basically more than doubles the size of the game. There's the one mod called like Stardew Valley Extended Edition. It's insanity. Complete insanity. But shout outs to all those guys. They're doing all the hard work for us.
Literally. No, they are. Ah, what a great game.
So there's other news. If you want to talk about it real quick.
Sure.
And that is the what was it called? Something leaks. Well, I had it pulled up on my phone. Here it is. Cyber leak. LEEK. GTA 6 has had some things of various media leaked. The map. A video of Jason, I guess a main character, playing basketball. And this happened because of a person who calls himself the Cyber Leak. And they have a manifesto. I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's long, but it's worded like this. Here, let me find a really good one. Publishers sell licenses and call them purchases. They ship unfinished games and call them living services. So basically, CyberLeak is pissed about the state of games today. And he has leaked Rockstar assets as sort of like a red flag. Like, hey, I put this here and you know that I can do it. And if I got to Rockstar, I can get to you too. And his edicts, as he termed them, this is like a little, on my phone here, it's like a blue document. If you're looking it up, you could probably find it floating around on Twitter. That's how I found it. Commandment 1, thou shalt not sell digital pre-orders. That's his first commandment. What do you think about that?
I'm okay with that.
Seems reasonable, actually. Like, why are you pre-ordering digital? Why are you allowing companies to do this?
Yeah.
And then alter what is coming. I don't know. It's a bit of a gray area for me because if a party wants to enter into a contract with another party, who am I to say no? Do you want to sell that lawnmower for $2? Really? You could get $200 for it. Okay, do your thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That one's a interesting thing for me. Second one is where I'm on board. Thou shalt not sell fake single player DLC. This one entails not selling a product including the assets for said DLC in the download payload, and then simply selling a 1 kilobyte flip DLC to true patch to your game. You see what I'm saying? Like, I already had that shit.
Yeah.
You're charging me twice for something I already bought.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
Sense.
And then Commandment 3, thou shalt preserve single player content. And this opening sentence says it all. Any game featuring single player content must include an offline fallback state. And it goes on and details what that looks like. And then in the closing of his edicts is basically he draws a line in the sand and says, this is non-negotiable. These things must be met. When game companies violate one or more of these rules, I'll be retaliating. And his Rockstar leaks were the thing that signaled that he could do stuff. So
wow, he's a knower.
He's a knower. He's a haver of things. And he is demanding that AAA studios apologize. He demands Rockstar apologize in his edicts here.
Really?
They're not going to do that.
No, they won't.
I understand his frustration. I truly do. I agree with what he's saying even. But I don't know that this is the way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is one guy against $1 billion empire.
Yep.
Again, it's like, hey, respect for I don't know, being so much of a baller to do what you've done so far. But I don't know, man. I don't see it getting very far.
I feel like they'll get him, you know?
Yeah. Like, I feel like as much of a knower as you can be on your own, you don't want to know what a corporate blue team can do.
Oh yeah. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, like that's, you know, I've seen it in action as of late, and I can say it's quite impressive how defense becomes very good offense in that world.
Absolutely. So it's gonna be real tough for, you know, I'm sure they've got tricks up their sleeves. Obviously, they have the goods. What was funny is as soon as the leaks came out and people were circulating them, a couple of Twitter accounts stood up that were basically offshoots of said name of this leaker, the Cyber Leak, Mr. Cyber Leak, and another one was like I don't know, something. But anyway, those Twitter accounts stood up and immediately gained hundreds of thousands of followers. And then another leak dropped very quickly afterward, I think on Facebook, and it was watermarked. It had text hard coded onto the video, and it said Cyber Leak does not have a Twitter. So to signal that those accounts were fake. So I don't know, man. It sounds like business to me. I'm curious to see where this goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
On one hand, like the revolutionary American spirit in me is like going, hell yeah, stick it to the man. But also, a lot of people worked really hard and spent a lot of money and time making this thing, and it's going to be a cultural landmark. Pump the brakes a little bit, homie. Don't spoil everyone's Cheerios.
Yeah, like settle down.
I'm not down with the way the corporate game world works right now. I don't like it. But also, that game looks sick. It looks like quality.
Rockstar, man. Like, hey, go do that to, I don't know,
Ubisoft.
Go do that to EA. Go do that to go do that to Ubisoft. Go do that to like literally anybody else.
Yeah, I don't think this is the target for the demands.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Only time will tell. We'll see how Mr. Cyber Leaks decides to proceed with whatever goods he's got on him. What sort of you know what? I had never really thought about that, but let's say Cyber Leaks guy has a bunch of stuff and he does leak it all and whatnot. What sort of damage do you think that would do? Do you think the Rockstar community would care? Or would they be more hyped than ever?
Can I be honest? Okay, I guess You mean as if like it would hurt Rockstar or like
Yes.
okay. The only thing he could possibly do that I think would really be like a kick in the nuts to Rockstar is if he were able to some like let's just say, like just just talking out loud here. If he was able to release like actual gameplay, like and I don't mean gameplay like recorded gameplay, like hey, you can download this right now and play some of GTA 6.
Ooh, that would be a
Like,
crazy.
hey, here's the intro mission, guys. Have fun.
Can you imagine? Oh my
That
god.
would be, bro, he would be legendary if he did that, by the way. Like that would be like he wouldn't be forgotten, right? Because that would do a blow. That would be a huge like I mean, can you imagine and that would put oh my god, that would put the entire gaming industry on notice because one guy leaked Rockstar's biggest game ever. He was able to get and leak the first mission. Imagine
Yeah,
that. Imagine
that
imagine
that's
that.
headline news. That's
That
headline
that would
news.
be what would hurt the most. That like that would be what would actually like
Put a
man,
dent in Rockstar's wallet, I think.
yes. Yes, 100%. Other than that, you're releasing recorded, whatever, like I really think that's just going to be noise in all
I think
honesty.
you're probably right. It's definitely not something that Rockstar can ignore,
But I
but
don't think they're concerned about it.
I don't think their audience cares,
No.
frankly.
Their
I
audience
think
would. If
when it comes
anything, it
out,
would
they're
make
just
them more excited.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yes.
I don't quite understand the tactic being used. The demands are good. I agree with those things. But what are we doing here? What are we doing really with these Rockstar assets? Like,
Right.
oh, you breached their computers and you got some stuff out of there. Like, short of releasing the first tutorial mission or whatever, like you said, I'm with you on that. I don't think it'll.
That would be nuts.
I'd love to see something like that.
Like, can you imagine? Like, bro drops an exe. It's like, hey, run this, and you'll be able to play the first mission.
Yeah, whoever's brave enough to launch that file.
Hey, people would do it. Hey, I'd open up
Oh,
Sandbox and launch it for sure.
1000%. Absolutely. Spin up a VM, slap that sucker in there, see what's what.
Isolate
Absolutely.
it and just let her run.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Well, John, getting to the end of our show here. Let's go ahead and kick off some music. It was great talking with you, as always. Video games continue to be perplexing, wonderful, weird, awesome, and amazing. And we'll be here every week chit-chatting about them. Meanwhile, enjoy this nice slice of sick-ass dubstep. Just want to remind everybody who's listening that you're awesome, you're loved, and what you do matters. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to give a call to your mom and dad, or your brother, or your sister, your family, your friends. Give them a buzz and tell them that you love them. Life's too short, guys. You have to do that. So I'm going to give you a big old heart. Shout outs to chat. Love seeing you guys. See you next week. Peace.
Umbrella fight.